Welcome into the latest edition of Roster's Rants. Now, if you paid attention at all over the weekend, you realized that Tiger Woods was well in contention of winning his 15th major tournament. He came up short in the PGA Championship, ended up finishing second. And all this talk over, Tiger finishing second, and he was very close in a couple other tournaments recently, has gotten people thinking, oh, Tiger's back. This is going to be the year that he's going to win another major. Folks, it's been 10 years. Get over it. The man's knee is obliterated. He's only 42, yes, and he's well behind Jack Nicklaus still, with 4 majors to go before he's even tied with the Golden Bear. People will say that he is still the greatest golfer of the modern era, yes, but to say that he's quote-unquote making a comeback again, I just don't see it in the cards. He was PGA Tour Player of the Year in 2013 when he supposedly made his comeback. He had a couple minor tournament wins, but he hasn't reached that upper echelon yet. He hasn't won at the Masters. He hasn't won at the British Open. He hasn't won at the U.S. Open. And he hasn't won and will not win at the PGA Championship anytime soon. Yes, this is skepticism. But I'm tired. I'm tired of this sport being dominated by one man. There are other golfers out there. You realize that, right? There are other guys that deserve your attention. Rory McIlroy's and Adam Scott's and the like. And it's disheartening to have the world's eyes only pointed on the sport when one man is in contention. Granted, it's a man that dominated the sport for a decade. Ever since he burst on the scene, winning the Masters for the first time in '97, people knew he was going to be special, and he was, and he dominated golf to a degree that we haven't seen in any other sport with any other player. For Tiger to have the second most majors and the second most overall tournament wins in PGA Tour history, and only be 42, and the last of those majors coming 10 years ago when he was 32, I don't know what else can be said about Tiger's career, at least from a past tense standpoint. Future and present tense, I don't see much else happening. Tiger's dominance over golf has actually helped to his downfall because he inspired a generation of kids to try and do what he did, to try and replicate his awesome start and be the next big thing and be this guy that everybody loves in the sport. And you see in these guys that are 20, 30 that are much younger and much healthier than Tiger Woods going out there and winning these tournaments. And it's guys that you don't recognize because golf is more competitive now than I think it's ever been. I think when Tiger was dominating the sport, it was at its weakest point. He just happened to be also one of the best golfers of all time. And his dominance over golf during that 10-year span, I mean, he had 2 separate stints where he was number 1 ranked in the world for 5 straight years. You're not going to see that again ever in golf. And to think that he can replicate that even to a small degree is living in fantasy land. Let me give you some bit of context because the actual tiger, the animal, is an endangered species now. Its numbers have been dwindling over the last couple decades due to a multitude of reasons that I can't even get into right now. But the fact of the matter is the tiger is not what it once was. It's still a predator. It's still capable of doing a lot of damage. But the world around it has changed. The world around it has forced the tiger to become docile as a species, to become the hunted. That's exactly what Tiger Woods is now on the PGA Tour. His days are numbered. And I don't know if those days numbered will include a number 15, let alone a number 19 major. It'd be nice to see him in the green jacket one last time, but that's all it is nice. Just like it'd be nice to see a real-life tiger up close. But it's dangerous thinking to imagine that it'll really happen. This has been the Roster's Rant. See you next time.